Hi, we're back in another unboxing video, and this time we're going to be looking at something different. It's a couple of £15 pop figure mystery boxes. You will have seen these crop up in a lot of sci-fi and collectible stores, including places like HMV and probably a lot of your local sci-fi stores. These are actually produced by Amazing Mystery Box, and they sell them not only on their own website but through their trade company, who then supply them on to a lot of different stores. Each one contains 2 random pop figures, and if they promise on the box, if you buy the different colours, the blue or the red, then you'll get 2 completely different pops in each. As to the value of them, there's no promises in terms of how much these boxes are worth, but at £15 a box, then you know you're not going to get any big hitters. In terms of the, obviously with the actual price the box being only £15, and with Amazing Mystery Box supplying these at trade prices to other stores, you know these pop figures that the Amazing Mystery Box would have got very cheaply. Normally, as you know, I give scores for the items in the boxes, but with only being 2 pop figures in each, it's a little bit pointless for me to actually score these. What I will do this time is actually price these up and give you a value based on the Pop Directory website and the app. So I'll pop the prices up and the rough current values later on towards the end of the video. I'm not expecting the value of these to be anywhere close to the actual price of the box, so it's more a fun unboxing this time. If the pops themselves are actually any good and worth keeping in the collection, then I will be okay with the value. The normal RRP of a pop figure these days is around about £12. When these boxes and the pops inside them probably would have been released, it would have been a £10 RRP. So the RRP of the pop figures would have been at least £20. So in that sense, they're not going to be too bad value for money. Excuse me. As a collector, then they're probably going to be worth less than £15 per box. But so without wasting any more time, we'll take a look, see what pop figures we've got, and then we'll do a valuation later on. So we'll kick off with the red box first. As I said, only 2 pop figures. There's no indication as whether it's sci-fi, fantasy, TV, music or anything. So there could genuinely be absolutely anything at all. So first one, it seemed to be fairly well packaged, so I'm not expecting anything to damage in here. First one, this one doesn't really go well at all. For the pop movies range, Smallfoot, Michi, not a film I've actually heard of, to be honest. Obviously some sort of CGI animated film. I'm completely none the wiser with that one, to be honest. Nice looking figure, decent amount of detail. Not one for me personally, probably not one my wife would want for her pop collection, so that will probably end up being traded on at some point. But I can't even see who's made the film. Some Warner Brothers film, but yeah, not one I recognise at all, so it looks like it's another one that shops couldn't sell at all or get rid of. Next one in that box is Squid Game. Never watched it, to be honest, not really had any interest in watching it. That's a player 67. If you've watched it, whether that's going to be of any interest to you or not, but for me, yeah, not interested in Squid Game whatsoever. So again, that's going to be another one I'll let go of. But yeah, so totally unassociated figures at all. I mean, no connection whatsoever, but you can see why those ones have been just offloaded quite quickly to pass them on to anyone who's kind of just wants to go for a bulk pop collection. So I wasn't expecting anything particularly ground shattering and sort of out of that box, to be honest. No major franchises, nothing that anyone's going to really say, yes, I've got to have that in my collection. Box 2, I mean, I can't see those being any sort of real value whatsoever, but the next one, Umbrella Academy, for anyone who does watch that. Yeah, it's like more Netflix stuff. Klaus, again, this isn't going to be a keeper. And I don't know if my wife watches it, but even if she does, she wouldn't be keeping this one. She's more Star Wars, Disney, Marvel. Myself, it's fairly limited sort of ones I collect. So again, another filler one, I'd say. Which again is what I expected. No. This will give you an idea if you're thinking about buying any of these boxes for yourselves. These are the sort of pops you're going to get in them. They're not going to be sort of really stunning boxes. If you want Star Wars ones, focus on getting a Star Wars box. If you want Marvel ones, again, go for a Marvel box, or look for somewhere like R&M Collectibles that we've looked at before, and similar stores that do dedicated boxes. And last one is, well, I mentioned Marvel. There is actually a Marvel figure in here, Eternals. It's Cersei, but Eternals is not the greatest release Marvel have put out over the last few years. Yes, it's nice to have a Marvel figure in here, but as a film, Eternals just left me cold. But yeah, that's it. So 4 pops. Of the 4, none of those are going to stay in my collection. I had some Eternals pop figures before and got rid of them. I think I got those out of mystery boxes, to be honest. But yeah, nothing particularly exciting there. So I'm not expecting any of those to be worth more than about a fiver, I think, if I'm completely honest. But obviously you want to find out, you want to know what they're worth. So let's total them up and take a look. Okay, so we're back with the evaluations, and this is quite an interesting one. Player 67 from the Squid Game set is currently valued on the Pop Directory app as £10. What they do is tend to take average pricing of all of the sold listings across a variety of outlets like eBay and so on. So £10, that's not actually bad, and it's covered most of the cost of the box. But then we come on to Michi. There's no recorded sales anywhere for this figure for a few years. So what they tend to do for their estimated value is then put it as a default value of £1. There are a lot of copies of this figure listed for sale, ranging from £4 to £10–12, but there's none actually recorded as being sold. So this figure basically is pretty much the ultimate shelf warmer. Nobody's interested in buying this at all. So it's pretty much a dead in the water figure. I could put a bottom sort of price of this of £4, but according to the Pop Directory, it's a worthless figure. No one's interested in buying it. So, which is why they've given it the valuation of £1. So even being generous and saying yes, it's a £4 pop, it still doesn't hit the £15 value for that box. So being very generous, let's say £4, it's a £14 box for that one. So we go on to the second box, and Cersei from the Eternals is showing up on Pop Directory as £8. It is selling, but it's lower than the original RRP. Then Umbrella Game, Klaus, again, it's another £8 figure. It has dipped in value from the RRP, but so combined those two, £16 value as a typical sort of pricing for those two. So you are just about hitting the price of the box. To be honest, for those two boxes, you're roughly hitting the £30 on the two boxes, which did surprise me. I mean, I was expecting a total for about £10 for each box. So I'm surprised in terms of what I've got in terms of the value, price-wise, on the boxes. Quality-wise, to be honest, no. I would certainly rather go for a specialist Marvel box, DC box, Star Wars box from somewhere else. I've had some incredible themed boxes from other places. I mean, if you go back looking at some of our older videos, you'll see some great Funko boxes I bought from other places. Even Funko's boxes themselves with the Marvel Collector Core, they are not easy to get and they can be quite expensive, but you've had t-shirts, badges, patches, and then a few exclusive pops that you can only get in those boxes. They are not cheap to track down, but they are well worth it. So for me as a collector, I would rather buy one of those specific boxes or go to shops that will actually assemble their own bundles, and I would definitely say R&M Collectibles are one of the best stores for doing that. But as for these boxes that the Amazing Mystery Box have put together, you can see how they're able to sell a £15 RRP box to stores and make it profitable for both Amazing Mystery Box and for the stores in question. I'm certainly not holding the stores responsible and at fault for these. They don't know what they're actually getting to sell. I mean, I picked up this one from one of my 2 local stores, Cryogenic in Port Talbot. It was still, they didn't know what's in any of the boxes they've got in stock, so it's not their fault. I mean, I could go in and buy another box tomorrow and have some really good figures in there, but this really wasn't just it wasn't for me. I won't be keeping any of these, and when my wife watches this video, she probably won't want any of these, neither will our daughter. But I'd say if you do want to take a gamble, you will get your money's worth in terms of the value, but whether you'll get figures that you're actually going to enjoy and want in your collection, that's another question altogether. I'd love to know what you think though. Did you like any of these figures in these boxes? Was it something that you bought on yourself, and have you had anything worth getting? But yeah, so let us know in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to drop us a like, and if you're not already doing so, please subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications of when our future videos are coming. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all again soon.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the like button and leave us a comment below. Also, spare a moment to share this video on Twitter, Facebook, and all your social media pages. To get updates on all of our latest videos delivered straight to your inbox, subscribe now using the link on the screen.